13th.
Yeah, those two tires are working good for Clint Boyer. He was able to get down on the bottom and clear that group of trouble in turn 2.
Got a crash, and that is Vickers into the wall and Brendan gone. Eric Darnell trying to keep it off the wall and will. But we now have our 8th caution.
See if that's exactly what happens here.
Oh, he's
down
loose
into turn 1. Yeah, he's definitely out of control right there as he tries to correct it. Brian Vickers is unfortunately right there, and it takes him out also.
So 2 guys that were on the lead lap now find themselves heading for the garage. And we'll tell you, Robert Rich.
He sets his sights on the 30, but the 30 has checked out.
He's got to spin behind him.
As they spin, it is going to be Todd Bodine going across the start-finish line, winning in 2006.
Big crash behind him.
You are the man! Oh, look at this.
They're still crashing, Rick. I mean, even off 4 still.
They were slowing down.
Out of John Wood, and he just loses his truck. What a great run he was having, but he spins out, and watch what happens. Jack Sprague on new tires is charging, and he just got hung in the side and right into the wall he goes, and they just keep wrecking, Phil.
Yeah, there's a 08 Bobby Hamilton Jr. There's Ron Hornaday, bottom of your screen, got turned around by Rick Crawford. Here comes the 59 of Steve Park.
Problems early on in turn number 1. Around goes the 7. That is Miguel Paludo. Sideways, as well as Max Pappas in the 9.
Travis Quapple, the 5 truck,
The
is
bad
at
luck
it as well.
continues for Travis Quapple.
Looks like the 50 truck of TJ Bell got in the left rear quarter of Travis Quapple, but that's actually aftermath.
Trouble already. Cars around and stacked up into the wall. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, and Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, it looked like the 42 might have got into Ricky Stenhouse in that 17 car. Yeah, it looked like they were funneling down into turn 1. Not sure if Ricky came down or whether 4 wide at least getting down in here. But let's see if Montoya slips up or if Stenhouse comes down. Yeah, racing. We're definitely fighting over real estate. Yeah, certainly Montoya's not down on the yellow line, but he didn't have any extra room there either. Carrying a lot of speed down in there, even though they're just getting through the gears and up to speed.
Senior guys, the 15 of Mike Lynette, who was having a great day spinning as he goes straight into the wall.
Oh, what a tough break. Michael Annette running 16th at the time.
Yeah, Dale and I were just watching them get together again going into turn 1. Seems like they just couldn't get away from each other. They've been racing hard the whole race. 62 and Brendan Gaughan and Michael Annette.
You can see he got up. He was trying to carry that speed because he wanted to make the pass. He just caught Brendan Gaughan again after falling back for a little time. And as he got up close, he turned the wheel a little bit and the back end came around.
Let's get another.
So he gets into the left rear and he's trying to stay in the throttle, but
Brendan
catches the wall, yep, a little bit. Right here, Annette just along for the ride in this grass. You can't do anything now, but just hang on.
All right. Well, here's the question. Does Brad Keselowski...
Looking for the weekend sweep as well. He's got to start it off right here in the Truck Series. And big crash. Nelson Piquet Jr. and Timothy Peters. That will bring out... Well, right now we haven't seen the caution, but it is out, so that makes it official. Kyle Busch will win at Dover, the first repeat winner in 12 years. The caution comes out for this.
Oh, wow. 3 wide.
Yeah. See, Timothy Peters could not turn left because Johnny Sauter was there, and I don't think that Nelson Piquet Jr. realized that they were 3 wide. Maybe the spotter didn't tell him that they were 3 wide.
Look how hard those trucks hit. Look at all that sheet metal buckling. Great camera work, guys, showing the slow motion impact. It looks innocent enough, but darn, they hit hard.
They just jump up off the racetrack when they make contact with that outside wall.
Cendric tucks in behind him. All Geyer still out front.
Big rack, 83.
Yep.
We got a crash. We stay green. That's the 18 of Riley Herbst, and now the caution is out. And that there.
He might have moved down. Wasn't quite clear.
Can't tell who that was that he got into.
Hard hit right there.
Myatt Snyder looks like he might have got collected. Harrison Burton just barely sneaks through there on the bottom. Nice save by Myatt Snyder, who hangs on to it.
Truck, he drops all the way back, and he's going to get sideways. Trying to keep it off the wall. He does. The caution comes out again.
There was nothing James Busher could do. Those trucks come together. Todd was just trying to gather things up. James was holding his line, and Todd was lucky not to hit anything.
Todd had to get back down into the groove. He had to get out of that loose stuff.
Gorgeous crash.
Man, that is a bad crash. It's a hard lick. Drivers.
He said the brakes went out.
Boy, and he's hurting. I don't like the looks of that at all.
Cloud from under this car as it hits.
I just can't believe the side of that car.
And now the car behind him, the DirecTV car of Clint Boyer. Watch what he sees.
That would be the same thing. I'm sure his wind.
Last couple of laps, looked like he had his hands full. Looks like Junior in the 8 car was catching him a little bit, but now he drops back as Stewart got in trouble.
Yeah, hard against the wall.
Oh, Casey Kane. Casey. Stremmy's in the wall.
David Stremme involved?
I don't think Casey may have just slid up against the wall
At this moment.
Oh, he got run into.
By Kane, I guess.
Wow. Casey Kane probably thought he was clear, didn't know the 40 was up there, but because you saw Casey just went hard to the right. Yeah, he was going up there to get his angle down into the corner, and probably was pretty surprised.
And Gordon gets a great start. Junior did not. Look at Junior.
No trouble.
Oh, that's going to turn Truex. And Truex is going to get right into Burton, and we've got more problems.
We got all kinds of people. Kevin Harvick,
Brian Vickers, David Reagan,
Yeah.
Casey Mears is involved in that. Oh, what a mess for the 8th caution of the day.
Lots of RCR. You see him down on the bottom. You see the one has to check up. Kyle tries to squeeze to the right. And they, whether Martin came over or whatever, there just wasn't enough room. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just everybody going for the same spot.
And when the 88 spun his tires, he goes to the inside. So now all of a sudden, 88, well, we're already past it again. They're already into it.
It's just like I said. It's just a chain reaction thing where you're only talking about inches here.
Yeah, and that's
you don't
nobody's
have a lot
fault.
of room to work with. When somebody checks up in front of you, you're just hoping you don't get run over.
This is right.
Oh, and a nice little bump draft down the back at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Way to go.
See that? And stepping the All-Star race. Newman all the way up against the wall. There's still 3
He's got him. He's got him. Oh, there we go.
Keep your foot in it.
Keep your foot in it.
Still
Keep your
going.
foot in it. Ah!
Pow.
How'd they go to all missing?
Wow.
Room for a shadow on the wall.
And it's like they just all ran together. They ran into the funnel coming off turn 4.
Jeff Gordon's fortunate he didn't get rammed into right there.
Because there were a lot of cars coming at him, and I don't think a lot of them knew which direction he was going to end up. Jeff Gordon, you've just watched the replay. What happened?
That's the All-Star event. That's just a bunch of guys racing really, really hard. I heard 3 wide right at the last second, and I was already wide open, pulling it down.
Fresh tires right behind that 88 of Matt Crafton.
It has been so strong today. He's led the most laps.
Justin Marks, the 9 truck right now. He's a lap down. He's battling to try to stay in that position so he can get the next Aaron's Lucky Dog if we have one. Ooh, trouble. And here comes an Aaron's Lucky Dog right now.
Problems there. It looks as though 3 different trucks involved and more starting to pile up behind them.
Completely blocked the racetrack. You see all these guys stopping. You see Colin Brown.
Another look.
Look back to your right of your screen. Looks like the 0. Is that the 08?
Yep, that gunbrokers.com truck gets turned around.
Yeah, and Terry Cook comes along and hits him with the left front corner.
And then Johnny Benson back there with Todd Bodine, Eric Darnell lurking.
Jack Sprague at the end.
Whoa, we got problems with the 11 of David Starr. He gets into the inside wall. Hard contact. That brings out our 7th caution of the day.
David was in a hard battle with the 14 of Rick Crawford and the 88 of Matt Crafton.
An automatic touch, and it just shoves the nose to the inside, and he spins them, spin out. And that's exactly what happened to David Starr there.
We saw Bobby East get loose coming off turn number 2.